These are the 7 designer bags that never left my house in 2022. And I'm going to be sharing why they never left the house and how I'm feeling about them now. Hey everyone, Steph here. If you're new to this channel and love all things luxury, you, my friends, are in exactly the right place. So make sure you join us by hitting the subscribe button and the bell down below because we get it and not everyone does. So a slightly sad video today, the bags that never left my house this year. We are coming towards the end of the year and I'm feeling quite reflective. I also love when other people do videos like this and share the items that they just have not got the use out of, but also why they've maybe not got the use out of them. So I thought I would pull my video together today, 7 bags that I have not used. Please do get involved in the comments down below. I would love to know maybe which luxury items, which bags you haven't used either this year, because I think we can learn a lot from one another. Okay, bag number 1. It is this bag here. This is my Prada bag and she has not left the house this year. I'll be explaining why I think this has been the case. And this is not the first time this bag has featured in a video like this one. It is just one of those bags that I don't really gravitate towards, okay? But just to show you, this is the lion knocker version of the bag. You cannot get this version of the bag anymore. It's in a oxblood kind of red or wine red. It comes out really bright on camera. In real life, the red is nicer than what it looks like, I find, on camera. But anyway, and then we have this really thick strap here. So it took me quite a while to track this bag down because you can only get them pre-loved now. I am still looking for an all black version. Please do let me know if you ever find one. I just got the red one because I was searching for absolutely ages to get the black. Couldn't find it. This one came up, so I decided to go for it. Why have I not used this bag? This is one of those love-hate bags. Some people are like, oh my God, that's so cool. Other people are like, what is that monstrosity? I am in camp 1. I think this is a great bag. I love the way that it looks, otherwise I wouldn't have purchased it. I haven't used this bag and it's simply because I've come very close to taking this bag out shopping with me. It is quite heavy though, and I was going to be out all day. That was a consideration, but I was like, no, we're going out today. Like, I'm taking you out. I'm taking you out for the first time this year. Anyway, it was raining. And I don't know if the camera will pick up, but there's already some rain marks. Can you see there? Can you see the colour difference? This is where this bag has not been protected and has gone out in the rain, and the rain has done that to the leather. Like, there's a few small like marks on here. Now I have protected the leather since, but I didn't do it on that day or a few days before. It was quite a while ago. So I was like, I think I need to recondition the bag and waterproof it to protect it. I didn't have time to do that and I just grabbed a different crossbody bag. I don't gravitate towards it. I would probably use this more as an evening bag, but I'll be honest, I have quite a few bags that suit occasions better, like evening occasions better than this one does. I have my Chanel boy bags that I love using. I have my mini Capucine bags. I have my like crystal Prada bags. Those are the ones that I gravitate towards when I'm looking for an evening bag, not this one. So I guess in conclusion, this is kind of an in-between bag. It's like a day bag, but it's not the most practical because it's quite a heavy day bag. And it's kind of like an evening bag, but at the same time, it's not quite an evening bag. So yeah, we'll see whether I get any use out of this one. How do I feel about this bag now? I still love it. I am tempted to sell it just so that I have the funds ready for when my black one comes up, because I feel like maybe the black will be easier to style than the red, black and gold. Like just black and gold would be easier, but I still love it. I still get labyrinth vibes and I still really like the look of this bag. Bag number 2 is my Louis Vuitton Speedy 30 in the giant monogram. This bag, again, I featured in another video last year, similar to this, on how I just don't ever use this bag. I have my Catagram charm on here though. Looks like my dog. I love it. I feel like the charm works actually really nicely on this bag. This is one of the bags that I get a lot of messages about, people wanting to buy it. I have had people literally message me like, have you decided yet? Have you decided yet? Are you going to sell this bag? And I have come to the conclusion right now, no, because this is such a hard piece to get. And it is one of my favorite Speedy bags of all time. Even though it's quite a simple style of bag, it is really hard to get now on the resale market. And the last thing I want to do is sell it and then live to regret that decision. So we're keeping for now. But why have I not used this? I have realized, if you watch my last decluttering video, it's quite a while now, I will be doing another one very soon. When I did that video, I actually realized, I watched it back recently, I had 3 Speedies in my collection. This one, my Speedy Dentel, and Speedy 35 in the watercolor print. And what I have learnt after having so many Speedies is that it is not a style of bag that I prefer. I like crossbody bags, I like easy to use bags. This, as a crossbody bag, is really bulky. And then I don't really like to carry bags, especially this size, too long in my hand like this or on the crook of my arm. If I was going somewhere quite quickly, I don't mind. But if I'm out all day, this is not the style of bag that I would take. I would take a crossbody bag that sits a lot better as a crossbody. This is kind of like, to me, a small travel bag, like a really small travel bag. And I've just not needed a bag for an occasion like that. So I would just take a bigger travel bag, and this just is not the best everyday bag. I don't go to a workplace anymore, so I don't need a bag of this size, and it wouldn't fit things like a laptop or anything like that in it anyway. So this is why this one has not left the house. A bag that I love, a bag that I'm still not ready to let go of, because I'm just not at the point where I feel like I would have no regret. When I'm at that point, that is when I'll sell it, if I ever get to that point. But this is one of the pieces that I see as a collector's piece. I don't feel the need to use it. It's fine as it is, and I quite like keeping it in pristine condition as well. I don't know what it is about this bag. Let me know what you think I should do in the comments. Is it time to say goodbye, or do we just keep her as, you know, a really nice collector's piece? Never taken out the house bag number 3. This one is from Prada. Again, if you've been watching my channel for over a year now and you're a subscriber, you will have seen this a few times in very similar videos. Nothing has really changed. This is the Prada double bag, and this is in the, I believe this is the small size. They've just brought this out in a mini size, which I'm very excited about. This is in like a nudie pink colour with gold details, like gold hardware. I like this bag because it comes with a detachable crossbody strap, and you don't often find tote bags like this with crossbody straps, so I love it. But it has not left the house. Why has it not left the house? So again, I like crossbody bags in the day, and I have found that especially when I'm going to London, stuff like that, I do like a crossbody bag. I like it to be big enough to carry all my essentials like makeup bits, my phone, camera, and this bag would carry all of that, but it is slightly too large, I find. So if I was taking this, I would probably pack too much in it, and then as I'm walking around all day, especially filming vlogs, I feel like this would just get like a little bit too heavy. It is quite a heavy bag anyway. I mean, this is stuffed right now, but yeah, I just feel like I haven't really found the occasion to wear this. I did originally buy this when I was working full time, but I think it was right at the start of the COVID pandemic. So it was a bag that I was going to be taking back to work with me. That never really happened because I decided to leave my job and become a full-time content creator. So this one unfortunately has been sat around not being used. I am seriously considering getting the new mini size that has just come out. Well, it's been out for maybe like a year now. Getting the mini size, and then that would probably suit my everyday needs, especially when I'm going to like London all day. But there's a part of me that still likes this bag. I like the colour. I like having this bigger size option if I ever wanted it. And resale value of Prada is just, it is not good at all. So what I could get for this bag, which I estimate would be around £1,000 if I was lucky, it's one of those things where I just think, do I just hold on to it, and maybe one day I would just start using it more, because to buy a new one, these are about just over £2,500 now. Bag number 4 is another one from Louis Vuitton. Okay. My Neverfull bag. This is the Neverfull MM. I have the limited edition version, which is the Steven Sprouse collaboration. Oh, let's not drop it on the floor. And this one has roses on it. I will say, I watched a lot of videos and saw lots of photographs of this bag. I hunted it down for years to get one of these bags. You can only buy them pre-loved. These were released in 2011. So when one finally came up that I felt was in okay condition and wasn't a ridiculous price, I went for it. The roses are almost neon in real life. I don't know if this is coming across on camera. I don't think it is, but they literally are like a neon. So they are a lot brighter than I was expecting them to be. And I have used this bag a couple of times, but I mean, over the last year, this hasn't left the house once. I originally used this maybe if I was going on a picnic or something like that, and it was summertime, and I could just throw loads of stuff inside of it, like drinks or whatever it is, and I would use this bag. But overall, I have communicated this a lot on my channel. The Neverfull is not my favorite style of bag. You cannot crossbody it. You can only use these straps here, and you see a lot of this bag. You do see, not of this particular bag, of the limited edition version, but just the Neverfull in general. So it's not a bag that I usually gravitate towards. If I'm going to use a tote bag, this is why I've not really used this. If I'm going to use a tote bag, I would definitely rather use my on the go. I prefer the structure of the on the go than the Neverfull. But I do think this looks a lot more summery with the roses on the front here. But yeah, she just has not left the house this year. But again, very similar to the situation with the Speedy, I think if I ever sold this, I would regret it because it took me so long to get hold of. And I've decided that I would rather keep it right now as a collector's piece, even if I don't really get a whole lot of use out of it. It still does make me smile. I still do think it is a really beautiful bag. So this one is staying for now. Bag number 5, and this might come as a surprise to some people. It actually surprises me a little bit because it is a bag that I love, and it is a bag from Chanel. Not left the house. This bag has not left the house. I actually got this bag this year, and she's not been out this year, so I've never used this bag. This is my Chanel Vintage Square in the patent leather. Oh, she's so glorious. I nearly didn't buy this bag because I wasn't sure about having a patent leather bag. Actually, when I saw this in person, I was very pleasantly surprised, and I just absolutely love it. And I love the fact actually that I haven't got any other shiny or patent leather in my collection. So this one, even though it is a classic, it is timeless, it is a bit different to everything else that I've got. Why have I not used it then? Now, I was literally going to take her out for the first time the other week. I was going to take her to Bicester Village. I was going to take her shopping, okay? We're going to do a vlog for the day. We were going to be partners in crime. But I changed my mind, and I actually took my Chanel trendy bag. And the reason I took my Chanel trendy bag is that the bag, I think, just looked better with my outfit. Styling this painting, I wouldn't say it's hard, but I think I do have to be more conscious about what I wear it with. Also, this bag is heavy. So the metal, as you can see, the chain here is really thick, and it has quite a lot of weight to it. And then the bag itself, again, is such great quality, but it's quite a heavy bag. It's definitely not the most lightweight. I feel like it's too big to use as an evening bag. You know, it's quite a big bag. If it's smaller, definitely, but we're big. You can only really shoulder it or crossbody it. So for me, this would be a day bag. And because of the weight of the bag, I would only use it if I was going out for a few hours, maybe to like brunch or something like that. The occasion has not yet come up for this bag, but she is going nowhere. I feel no differently about this bag. I love it. I love that it's different. I would buy this bag again in a heartbeat. The 6th bag that has not left my house, and some of you are just going to kill me because it is one of the bags that I get asked most about when it is in the background of my videos. A lot of you saying, what is the name of that bag? I need it, because you can no longer buy this bag. This is the YSL Cassandra tote bag. YSL do not sell this bag anymore. You have to get them pre-loved. It is a really great tote bag. As you can see, it's very glamorous looking. So we've got like the Neverfull from Louis Vuitton, which we've seen. They're definitely quite casual, whereas this is definitely a bit more well put together. It looks a bit more elegant. This is brunch with champagne, okay? This is what this bag is. So this one is in a dark grey colour. It's coming out quite bright on camera, but dark grey with gold hardware. We've got the chevron. I did get this pre-loved, so the corners are a little bit like damaged here, but I mean overall the bag looks so great. And the thing that I love most is you get 2 big compartments and then a big zipper compartment in the middle as well. So from a usability point of view, I have no real issues with this bag, although this can get a bit faffy and a bit in the way if you're trying to get in it a lot. But why have I not used it? This again is a heavy bag. This is not lightweight, with all the chain is quite thick on here, which I love. I think it adds to the aesthetic. But yeah, it is quite a heavy bag. There's no option to really do anything with it other than shoulder it or wear it on the crook of your arm. Oh, look how beautiful she is. This bag is really beautiful. I do love it. But very similar to the Chanel vintage flap here, I don't feel like the occasion recently for me or in the last year has really come up where I have needed this bag. It is quite a large bag. It is a tote bag, but it's got like these elegant vibes to it. So it's too big, again, to be an evening bag, similar to the Chanel. But in terms of an everyday bag, it's not the most practical because it's heavy. We've got a similar theme going on with these two bags here. And finally, a bag that I got this year that has never left the house with me. And to be honest, I know it never will. This is my first, not my first ever Gucci bag, but the only Gucci bag currently in my collection. I haven't had any Gucci for quite a long time. I had my eye on this piece for a while. Again, I got this pre-loved because you could not get it brand new. And as soon as it arrived, I don't know. I did actually see someone wearing this bag in London the other day, and I did think it looked quite nice. But yeah, I'm not sure. So this is the Gucci Be Supreme tote bag. This is way smaller than I thought it would be in real life because I'd never seen it in real life because, again, you can only get them pre-loved. So for some reason, it's just smaller than what I thought. And this has quite a lot of stuffing in right now, but the actual canvas is so soft and squishy, which I actually don't think I like because it just loses its structure so quick. It does come with a detachable like crossbody strap here and a magnetic closing, and we have a zipper on the back of the bag. But since I got this bag, I basically put it back in its dust bag, and I actually recently recorded my full designer bag collection of 39 bags. I missed this bag out because it's been sat in another room. I never have it out. Maybe I need to put it out and then see if I actually reach for it sometime, but I just feel like the opening is quite open, it's quite small. I guess I worry about things falling out of the bag. Probably need a liner for it. Yeah, what do we think? What do we think to the Gucci Bee? I just feel like the quality maybe isn't quite there compared to some of the other bags that I do have. And it feels like quite casual. I would also say like the leather and the straps just don't look as, yeah, good quality as some of my other pieces. So it's one that's gone back in its box. And to be honest, the point that I'm at with this, I think I probably need to either get it out and see if I use it in the next few months, or I just need to sell it because there are other tote bags in my collection that I definitely use a lot more. My Marc Jacobs, for example, these are a lot cheaper, but we've got a zipper closure, detachable crossbody strap, and I know that we're getting like totally different vibes from these bags, but for me, these are just great, like grab and go everyday bags, and this one I feel is going to be a little bit more faffy, and I just don't really like the structure of it. So yeah, I'm kind of regretting this one. Please do let me know in the comments down below the designer bags that you have not used if you haven't already. And if you aren't following me already over on Instagram, my handle is at handbag_holic. I love chatting to you guys, seeing what you're thinking of purchasing. If you've ever got any questions or just want to chat luxury, do give me a follow over there too. Now make sure you don't go anywhere because coming up next, I think my latest video release here for you, and over here, my entire designer bag collection of 39 bags minus my Gucci Bee bag, but you know about it because you've watched this video. Enjoy.